We've been asked to find the domain and the range of this quadratic graph. So I'm just going to go ahead and write $, the robot, because that's how we read our domain and our range of continuous graphs. And this just tells us that domain is read left to right and range is read bottom to top. Now the one thing that we have to do on a quadratic graph, in your calculator it doesn't show it, on paper a lot of times they don't show that this goes on forever. They just end at wherever the screen ends. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. So domain is read left to right. So when I try and write a boundary on the left side, having that arrow is important because I can see that it's going to continue and continue and continue. I can never get a boundary on my left or on my right. So always in quadratic functions, unless they've put a limit on it, it's always going to be our domain is all real numbers. Now on our range, Robot says that our range is read from bottom to top. So our bottom, if I try and put a boundary down here at the bottom, I find my arrows and realize I can't put a boundary on the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and write infinity on the bottom. And we know we're dealing with y. Y will never reach infinity. And then I look at my top. Now on my top, I can put a boundary. This is the very top of my quadratic function. And that is at the number 2. And it looks like I reach it. It's a solid line. Now the big thing to know, this is the true answer right here. Y is greater than infinity and less than 2. Just know on tests they don't use infinity pretty much. So we can just cover this up. If we just cover that up, I'm going to just cover this part up right here, I can see that my answer is y is less than or equal to 2. And that's my answer. So I'm just going to write it, range is y is less than or equal to 2.